The fitness industry is very weird. It's very, very weird.
Yeah,
You know,
it pretends to promote fitness, but it doesn't. It promotes the illusion of being fit, which is basically to be attractive.
have you heard of this thing that happened very recently? This guy's name is Jackson Tippett. Have you
Oh,
heard
he
of
just
him?
passed away. I think he had a
Yeah.
heart attack while in
Yep.
Turkey.
He basically was like a few weeks prior in October saying living long is better than dying young or something. And then within weeks dies of a heart attack from his steroid use.
Well, and see, the thing is, when you're young like that, you don't realize this could happen to you. Everyone thinks it'll happen to someone else. Like Togi, he doesn't think he's going to die. It is what it is, but no one thinks it'll happen to them. Then you get older, like Jason, who I've had a number of conversations with him. You're in your 30s, and now you're starting to wake up. Maybe not even till your 40s, like myself. I didn't even start till I was older than that. But eventually, you'll look back and reflect and think, why did I do those things? And you don't realize that the longer you live, the better. Like guy like Togi's like, oh, if I live to be 50, that's great. I'm 49. Living to 50 is not great. I feel 25 in my heart. I might look old and wrinkly, but I feel 25 and I want to live just as much as you do. There's no like going away that you want to live. And so when people start doing these things, abusing steroids and so on in their 20s, they have no idea what they're doing to their future.
The fitness industry is very weird. It's very, very weird.
Yeah,
You know,
it pretends to promote fitness, but it doesn't. It promotes the illusion of being fit, which is basically to be attractive. The fitness industry promotes attraction, as in men getting girls, girls getting men. It's all about trying to connect with a partner. People would sacrifice 10 years of their life to take the magic pill to make them lose the weight, to get the body, and so on. People don't care about health. When people go to the gym and work out, you survey people honestly and say, are you in the gym lifting weights and doing your cardio to live a long and healthy life or to look good? And it's look good almost every single time. That is the truth, but people won't admit it.
yes, that is the stark reality. It's looking good, impressing other people with your physique, whatever that may be. There are a decent chunk of people who make a decent living, who feel good in their lives, and they go, "Oh shit, I'm really far behind on my fitness. I can hardly jog, 200 feet without being out of breath." I don't think those people are actually being properly motivated by some of these, bodybuilders. It's weird that bodybuilding, I really do think though, like if you're like in the weeds of bodybuilding, like you actually really like it and care about it, and I think there's actually a part of it that can be healthy.
Well, I was a bodybuilder when I was younger, and I would argue that it wasn't ever healthy. The first time I did a bodybuilding show, I'm in grade 12. I'm like the athlete of the year every year. I'm loving sports. I became a physical education teacher, love fitness. I did everything. I was doing triathlon since I'm 13 years of age. I'm on the swim team. I'm doing everything. I died for my first bodybuilding competition. And in phys ed class, I'm playing a 2-minute shift for basketball, and I got my hand up. Can I sit out? Teacher's like, what do you mean sit out? You've never, ever wanted this. I'm playing on the basketball team. I'm on the swim team. I need to rest. I need to sit down. Can somebody take my turn? What's going on? I had absolutely no freaking energy. I went from 167 pounds down to 140, whatever pounds, to do a bodybuilding show. And for 6 months, I did 2 shows back to back. No energy. And I felt like garbage, brain fog, all the symptoms. Nothing was good in my life. I couldn't focus. I couldn't study. All for what? To bodybuild? Was that healthy? I was the healthiest kid in the school by a long shot. But as soon as I started bodybuilding, then I didn't feel healthy. And then when I gained the weight after I do my show, I put on 20 pounds of fat in a month after. Because why? Because I'm bulking. I don't know any better. And then all of a sudden I look in the mirror and I'm like, what is all this fat? I see, I don't see my abs. And then all the comments were, wow, you have abs. Let me see your abs. Let me see your abs. What happened to your abs? You look fat now. And I'm like, wait a minute. I wasn't even as fat as when I started my diet, but now I have body dysmorphia and I feel like garbage.
Yeah.
So when I explain all these videos, I'm talking from personal experience, saying what happened. And people just think I'm just yapping. I'm like, I'm trying to save you.
So Greg, I want to kind of get into the weeds here just a bit with you. You do have a big company, HTLT. If we're both honest, YouTube content is a pipeline for your business now.
Absolutely. If I had no YouTube channel, I would have no Harder Than Last Time company. There's no way.
With that said, there are certain things that you need to do to continue to promote the business, so on and so forth. I understand that. And I'll be honest with you, I've had 2 videos in the last couple weeks that are near 1 million views. One of them was Mike saying how much he hates you.
I
The other
saw
one,
it.
yeah, the other one was Mike talking about, we were working out, and Mike was talking about Jeff Nippard.
Yeah.
And those are two things that don't help. They're not going to help anyone in this, understand this message. And so do you feel like right now you have a good mixture of those two things?
So what you're talking about is the fact that drama gets way more views than I'll call them
Yes.
educational videos. And I get critiqued heavily, and rightfully so, because half of my videos are drama based. They're getting a ton of drama. Like, for example, this morning's video is literally a video about Mike Isertel reviewing my protein bar. So he's reviewing the protein bar, and I'm talking about the fact he doesn't have the proper tan. I'm going on and a whole thing and making fun of him. And he's literally eating my bar and going, it tastes so good, but the macros, they're great. But he's lying about the wrapper because the picture on the wrapper doesn't represent what it isn't. So it's drama, 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 drama. But at the same time, I turn it into an ad because I'm talking about how good the bars are that he liked to taste.
Thank you, Greg.
So I mix the drama with the education at the same time. So when I make a video, for example, drama, I recorded, I think, 7 videos in the last 2 days, many of them about Alex and Togi. They're fresh on my mind. I use the drama of the Alex Eubank and the Togi to talk about the dangers of steroids and so on, to try to tell people don't do it. And so I allows myself to get the views by baiting them with the drama, but getting the education across at the same time.
Yeah. What do you think the public perception of health and fitness is? What makes you the most upset about that? So what do you think that the average human looks at the shit that we are all doing? What do they think health and fitness is?
So I think that we're personally, myself and you, are biased because we're YouTubers. You are so big on YouTube with health and fitness, as is myself. And so we're involved in it 24/7. It's all YouTube and the drama. The average person isn't sitting down and watching 5 or 10 videos a day. They're just going about their day. They might see a video every now and then. I meet thousands and thousands of fans every year. They watch a few of my videos, but it's not like they know. I'll say, hey, what did you think about Jeff Nippard? What do you mean? Oh, we had that tit. No, they didn't know. What do you think about Togi? Who's Togi? I'm like, they're fans of me, but they haven't watched that. So the average person, I don't think, watches YouTube to the extent we do. And so to them, I think health and fitness is for them just being in shape, being able to run around, having some muscle, probably having a 6-pack and eating healthy food that doesn't taste good. I think that's what most people think of when they think of health and fitness.
Okay, so then what issues do you have with that perception, or if there might not be any?
I think I think there's nothing wrong with that at all. But the problem is, I think that most people think that that's too hard to get. And I think the reason they think it's too hard to get is because they don't know that there's so many things they can do that are easy.
What's too hard to get?
To get a health and fit body.
Okay.
So they're thinking, I have to eat chicken, broccoli, and rice if I ever want to be a bodybuilder, that I can't eat anything good, that I can't go out with my friends, I can't have a drink ever, and that I have to run and do HIIT cardio, and it has to be so hard, and I have to train to failure, and I have to go crazy to get this, when all they have to do is do zone 2 3 or 4 times a week and lift weights maybe twice a week and have a healthy diet, which can be, French toast and all kinds of yummy foods, and that it's way easier and in their control than they think.
So that their understanding of fitness is wrong in that they think that it's too difficult, right?
Yes, they don't know how to get fit.
Here's my follow-up. Do you think that is because of the fitness industry?
I think it's partially the fitness industry because they're always trying to teach you something that's not simple. Like when I say, all you have to do is put the fork down and go for a walk, and no matter your genetics, everyone can lose weight. How many times can I say that and monetize that versus you need to bulk for 3 months. Here's the diet. Now you need to cut. You need to buy these supplements to bulk. Then you need these supplements to cut. Way more money. Because when I coach people, I'm like, my goal is in 3 months, you don't ever need a coach ever again. That makes way less money than you need to hire me year round every single time. Diet, cult, bulk. I'm like, why are you bulking this person? That person looks amazing. Diet her down for 8 weeks. She's getting a pro card. This is simple. You don't need to do all this, but yet they'll bulk them up first, then cut them down. Then they develop a body disorder because they think that they're fat and then they're skinny and it's all messed up. And this is what almost every coach does that's out there.
So that's the flow chart right there. Do you exist in the fitness industry? Do you know the foundational principles? Can you sell them? The answer is no. So what do? You make it so that there's some form of it that you can sell. There might be some truth to it that you can sell. Then you move far enough away from those foundational principles. Now, the only thing that these people are seeing are the extremes.
Yes.
What cuts through the garbage? I mean, it's not even garbage. What cuts through the good stuff is the extreme shit.
Yep.
So the average person, like you said, who doesn't know anything about togies and all that shit, they're going to see an extreme video. I'm glad we're talking about this because there's this girl, I don't know anything about her, but her whole shtick, she's probably done 20 videos. They're all the same. And it's all what I eat in a day. And she happens to be very tall and like good looking. Obviously, she's good looking, right? She wouldn't be successful.
No one would follow her. Yeah.
No one would follow her. And she does the raw carnivore diet. It's very strange to me. It's like she's prioritizing protein. That's one of the foundations, but she makes it this incredibly extreme thing so we can pay attention.
And if
she's
she
prioritizing,
didn't, we wouldn't have heard of her.
Yeah.
Because we're showing the top 1% of the top 1%, looks, diet extremes, and that's all we're shown. And so we think that's fitness.
Everyone is prioritizing the same shit at the end of the day. This is why it's like, oh, Kirk, I don't know how long I can stay around here. Because it all comes back to me saying the same thing over and over again. I just can't, what I actually do like supplements. I do like things that are kind of on the fringes, the stuff that isn't that important, because it allows your brain to take time off of like doing the same shit, feeling the same shit. Even you like cycling your caffeine. It's such like a non-important thing if someone's unhealthy. Like if someone's unhealthy, the first thing you're going to do is say like, take some steps. Go to sleep.
Yeah,
better,
it's not
right?
just cut out your caffeine. Right. That's the least of your worries.
But to a guy who's like played football and growing up and basketball, has been in the weight room for like 25 years, is like, I know I'm out of shape, okay, but I can still bench press 225 for reps. Like, everyone's, whatever. That guy, cycling caffeine might be kind of cool for him. So it's a weird world we live in because I still think there's room for us to be here and have fun and do these certain things. But it's frustrating because the only thing anyone cares about, or not cares about, the only thing anyone sees is the 6'3" girl being the liver king all over again.
Yeah, there's not many guys that stand out enough doing regular shit that becomes famous enough that we talk about them, because we talk about Eddie Abu because he's got millions of followers saying you have to eat eggs all day long and doesn't know what he's talking about. All sugar is bad. You can't have apples. It's bad for you. It's like, bro, but that's what we listen to.
So fundamentally, what is he actually saying? Prioritize protein, try to limit sugars.
Yes. But he goes so far with it because he knows it'll go viral to say you can't have fruit and you can't have vegetables because there's sugar in there. And so if you cut this out, you're good. And then people argue, well, he's right. Well, I'm not arguing that it's not healthy to eat more protein and to cut out sugar, but to tell a 6-year-old that they shouldn't have an apple, it's going too far. But how boring would he be if he said, you know what, guys, just eat less processed foods and eat a balanced diet, and I'm Eddie Abu, without saying 100 times. No one's listening to that guy.
No one. Even though was he a good looking guy?
He's 62 years old, a former IFBB pro, competed against Ronnie Coleman in the Mr. Olympia. And I would bet my ass that he's freaking on steroids right now, probably HRT. He never talks about that. He was on abusive doses of insulin and all this stuff. And he blames his diet on all the problems in the world, including his own health problems. Never mind the fact that he was on steroids for 20 years, taking tests, insulin, growth hormone. He blames it on his diet. And so he doesn't talk about, hey, guess what, guys? I am on HRT. I still have a great physique, but like, think of the guy's genetics. He was 320 pounds. He's 6 foot tall, like a ripped pro bodybuilder. And now he's preaching. He makes videos saying I'm an idiot. He makes fun of myself, Lane Norton. Anyone that makes sense, he makes fun of those people.